Hi everybody, today I'm grooming Charlie. He is supposed to be a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, or a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, however you say it, and a Maltese mix. But I don't think he looks like that. He was a rescue, so that is probably somebody's guess. I used the ramp to have the big dogs walk up, or the medium dogs, so I don't have to lift all the big dogs. Saves my back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get my apron on. I'm starting his grooming. By the way, you're at the groomers. I'm a dog groomer, and in case it's your first time here, I've been grooming dogs over 30 years and to make dog grooming videos. I'm starting his grooming with the bath. I'm going to go ahead and get the water warmed up. He will be getting shampoo and conditioner. I'm going to towel dry him. Then I'm going to put him away for a few minutes while I clean up my mess in the tub. Then I'll get him back out and finish drying him on the grooming table. I'm just going to put his towel on the ramp so he doesn't get it all wet, and let him walk himself back down the ramp into his cage. All right, hold on. Okay, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Right in. Look, he knows. He knows.
Come here. Nope. Try it again. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by blow drying him. I have my fan going to help his front end dry. Pull this fan up. And I'm going to finish blow drying his body. I'm going to go ahead and put my mask on. His feet are still really wet, and his back end. Alright, he's almost dry. So I'm going to start off by shaving the pads of his feet with a 30 blade. But first, I'm just going to spray it, disinfect it first before we get started. So whatever he's mixed with, and I'm assuming it's some sort of Lhasa. I'm just trying to think of what he could be. I don't know. He might be a mix of, you know, a couple different things. So, whatever he's mixed with is hairy and has long hair, which means his feet will be hairy with long hair. Between the toes grow hair, the pads of the feet grow hair, so we want to keep this shaved out. Because stuff gets stuck up in there. It sticks to the hair. Even when they're in their yard, I mean, their poop, they step in their poop. Sorry, but they do. And they just carry everything in your house in their feet. So, let me shave that out nice and clean. For instance, he's got something stuck up in there. I don't know if you can see. It's like this big hard thing. So I'm going to go ahead and shave that out. See, look. That's what was up in there. You would never know. Like if your dog is chewing his foot or, limping around, you wouldn't know if something's stuck up in there. All right, so I'm going to use a number 7 blade on the base of her tail. Just about an inch of it where she goes to the bathroom back here. Gives it a little bit of style and keeps it clean when she goes to the bathroom. I'm also going to shave out the inside of her back legs. He's a boy. The inside of his back legs is a 7. Nice and short, so it stays clean. That tail out of the way so I don't chop it off with my clippers. I'm shaving under his tail with a 10 blade because if you can imagine, his poo-poo sticks to this hair. And it doesn't take long before you got a big, poopy, matted mess back here. So before I even try to brush out the tail, I'm going ahead and getting my thinning shears because I know there's going to be mats right under here where he sits on his tail hair. And they're little tangles, but I'm just thinning this out because, yep, they're there. They're always there. Thinning it out so it won't be so painful when I brush it out. It just makes it thin. Most of the time when I do this, like you can't even really tell the difference. Plus, he doesn't need all this hair back here. He poops on it, he sits on it all day long, sitting on it. Use my comb to keep the brush cleaned out. I'm using this mat splitter to cut through any tangles that are left, because I want this comb to go through his hair without snagging up. So I'm going to switch to my comb and check for mats. Comb it all down. Still a little bit of tangles in there. Okay, get my scissors and trim it up. Just going to finish shaving his leg, and then I'm going to trim up his feet, cut his nails. He can be a little wiggly for his legs. He usually is, but he doesn't bite, at least not yet. With his body, I've cut all his nails and trimmed up all of his feet. So I'm going to go ahead, hold on, I got to get this little hair here. I'm going to go ahead and shave the inside of his ears out with a 30 blade. There we go. I get the hair out of my way so I can clean them. The ears look good in there. There's no hair. A lot of dogs need their hair pulled out of their ears. They grow hair down inside the ear. He doesn't have any, so that's good. He's getting the same length all over. He's getting a 5 blade on his head, his ears, and his face. Everything the same length except for his tail will still be fluffy. I'm just trimming up his ears. I'm using my curved scissors for the end of his ear. Then I'm going to use my straight scissors to trim the side. I'm using my curved scissors to trim up his bangs. I'm combing it all forward. And then trimming straight across the front. I'm using a 10 blade to shave out the corners of his eyes. He's almost done. I'm just going to wipe his ears out with some ear cleaner and a cotton ball. His ears look good in there. Like I said, there's nothing in there, but I'm wiping them out because it comes with the grooming. He's ready to go. I like to go over them one more time at the end. So I'm going to unhook him and run the 5 blade back over him one more time. I'm sure everything is even, that there's no hairs out of place. I'm going to double check his feet. Just going to comb all his hair down. Make sure there's no hairs. Hairs just pop out later. Like you can really pick and pick all day long. Like there's always going to be one hair that pops out later. It never fails. How do I know this? Because every time I cut my dog's hair, of course I'm not as picky with my own dogs, but every time, never fails. When I cut their hair, we go home later, I'm like, one hair out of place. Sometimes it's a really long hair. Sometimes it's just a little hair nobody would notice, but still. When I'm done grooming them, I like to spray them all down with some conditioning spray. Knock off all those loose hairs and makes them nice and soft. See, he still has his fluffy tail. And just gonna squirt some water on this baby wipe and wipe his eyes out and make sure his face is clean. In case you see these dark marks, those are tear stains. I'm sure there's a way to get them out, but I do not know because show dogs do not have them. So I'm sure show dog people have a magic trick up their sleeves. But for pets, I have no idea what to do. I'm going to go ahead, double check his eye boogers and his mouth. On slower days, I'm a little more picky and I can go back and double check everything. I don't always have time for this, but today I do. So, got about half an hour before his mother's going to be here, so we have time to double check, and I'm going to dress him up. I make the bandanas for all the dogs that are groomed here, and he is getting a slip over the collar, 4th of July dog bandana. Do you like that? Yeah, I think he likes this one. It has a curved neckline and it's very comfortable to wear. Is that your collar? Yeah. He likes this because it matches his blue collar. Hey. Tell everybody thanks for watching. He's a very good dog. His first grooming, he was not very good, I can tell you. I remember. Because it was his first time here, and I put him in a crate and walked away, and he went totally berserk, screaming, pooping. He's a nervous pooper, so he has to be walked every time before his grooming. But look at him now. I mean, this was years ago. I'm going to guess maybe 7 years ago, maybe. I don't know. But he's an old pro at this grooming thing now, and he does not care about anything. All right. Bye-bye, guys. He just does not want to pick his head up. Pick your head up and show everybody how cute. What do you think his breed is? I see Lhasa. Maybe Maltese, just because he's so white. But if you have a guess, let me know in the comments section.